This is my puppy. This is just his head. Come here, come here. Sit. This is Odin. Odin, say hi. Yes. This is Odin. How old are you? 2 years old. Odin is 2 years old. He's a Cane Corso or Cane Corso, depending on how you want to say it. He's a very good boy, and he is a huge supporter of Open Shelf Collective. He hasn't bought anything yet, but he will one day. So yeah, that's Odin. That's my boy. All right, lay down. He's gonna hang out with us for the video. Hey, I'm Mads. I'm building my future one flip at a time. On this channel, you'll follow along as I resell online, hunt for vintage treasures, and grow my antique booth. And it's all really with one goal, which is to stash money. Eventually, we'll do something great with this money, whatever, goals my family has. But at this point in time, our lives really could go a multitude of different directions. So I want to be prepared no matter the path. Whether I'm thrifting, sourcing inventory, packing orders, shipping orders, or just sharing what I have learned along the way. I'm bringing you along for every win, for every mistake, and for every dollar earned. A little bit about me is I currently live, and probably will always live, east of Dallas, Texas. I do work a full-time, high-stress government job in the city of Dallas, for the city of Dallas. So for now, this is a side hustle, but I want it to be a business, and I want to treat it like a business. I want to game plan like a business. I want to source like a business. And most importantly, I want to profit like a business. That's what this channel is. This channel is me taking you along the way as I figure out how to make this business profitable while maintaining my full-time job. Now, let's talk about kind of how I got here. I started reselling in January of this year, which is, I know, not that long ago. I don't have the years and years of experience that a lot of people do, but I think that's the fun of it, is that we can learn along the way together. Since January 19th, which is the day I opened up and started my eBay, I have made over 200 sales, and I've profited around $3,000 just on my online platforms. So that does not include Facebook Marketplace, and it does not include PANGOBOOKS, where I sell thrifted or old books of mine on Pango. In terms of my online reselling platforms, I sell on eBay, Poshmark, Depop, and Mercari. And yes, just like so many other online resellers, I use Nifty. And Nifty is super helpful in cross-listing, especially when maintaining a full-time job. It has reduced the amount of time I spend on cross-listing dramatically. When I first started reselling in January, really from January through the end of March, I was cross-listing myself. I was doing it all on my own. So I work 10-hour days. So I would 4 days a week, 10-hour days. So I would come home from a 10-hour shift, and I would spend 2 hours photographing, inventorying, and listing on that time, it was only 2 different platforms. Since getting Nifty, I am not spending that amount of time. I'm spending far, far less. I've also gotten a lot better at time management and work-life balance, and we will talk about that in later videos as well. In addition to my online reselling now, like I said, I sell on PANGOBOOKS under the same Open Shelf Collective name. I also am opening my first vintage booth in a brick and mortar store vendor mall here in my area. And that is going to open later this month. You will get a whole video on that as well. And on Pango, if you are a reader just like me, or just are in need of some new books, I actually have a code in my description that you can use to get $5 off your first order of $10 or more on Pango. So feel free to use that code. It's just Open Shelf Co. And go get a discount on your books. So you're probably wondering, what is this for? What is this goal of stashing money? And the goal of stashing money is just that I'm a very future-minded person, and I'm not really anxious. I'm not really worried about things, but I am a prepper. I am a prepper to my core, and so I want to have the money and the funds to do whatever we want moving forward. We have a few different options of things that we're thinking this money might be used for. We really want to replace all the flooring in our current home. We really want a down payment for our next home. We want another dog. We want a baby. There's a few things that we're interested in, and who knows which one of those is going to come first. Hopefully the flooring, because my carpet is bad. but maybe not. So we want the money stashed aside and to see, you know, what comes up first. I already do have some ideas for this channel. There's some voids that I find myself constantly looking on YouTube of like, how do resellers do this? And I'm not seeing anything online. And so there's some spaces that I want to fill with my channel while also just taking you guys along while I figure this out. I'm of course also going to share the typical things such as what sold this week, because I find that the brands that I find in my thrift stores are not what we're seeing in these BOLO videos. Like, I have to learn how to sell boutique brands online. I've really had to learn how to do style-based thrifting and selling online. Which is why I have also, you know, ventured into this vintage booth idea, because I do have a lot of vintage goods in my area. I do have a lot of, you know, actual tangible items. I've also entertained the idea of what would it mean for me to open up an Etsy store where I'm selling hard goods? Is that worth my time? Is it not? There's a lot of questions about growth and how much money I want to make a month, and what do I really want this to mean for my family while also maintaining a steady work-life balance. So all that being said, I'm excited for this channel. I'm excited for the directions it could possibly go. I'm excited to show y'all all of this crazy inventory behind me. You can see these two shelves are clearly for my vintage booth. Those are clearly for my reselling books, my Pango, and then these are some of my clothing items with the whole entire full closet right behind you. So I'm excited to show you guys what I have and the directions that I'm going. I'm excited to show you my booth setup. I will be doing that next weekend. So stick around with me if any of these things interest you. If you love reselling, vintage finds, or just watching someone build something from the ground up, you are in the right place. So stick around, let's get started, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.